Hey everyone, this is Disc Junkie and welcome back to Secondhand Sickness. And so today I am back at the carboot sale. This is not the premiere for me this year, but it's the first time I've come here where the turn-up's actually been good. So I haven't really made videos for my previous visits. But yeah, today the weather is amazing and the turn-up looks really good. So I'm really excited to see what we can find. So yeah, let's just get into it. Kasse till och med.
Ja.
Undan Stockholm. That's pretty much it for today. Not a whole lot of finds, but did score some cool stuff. So now I am completely taken aback by the heat, so not even sure where my car is. Oh, here it is. So yeah, but in any case, I'm going to drive back and yeah, then we're gonna go through the finds of the day. So just stay tuned. Alright, so I'm back at the table and it's high time to check out the finds of today. Now I will mention that I only scored 3 items at today's car boot sale. I want to be sort of open about that, but I will be throwing in some other stuff into this video, which is essentially finds that I have made online recently. I just haven't had time to sort of document them for you guys. So let's just go ahead and start with the stuff that was actually found at today's car boot sale. And so the first thing I would want to bring in is actually a VHS tape, which is a fun surprise. And it is a copy of something called Space Virgins. I have no clue about this, never heard about this movie before. This is a Swedish VHS copy rental. And yeah, it's a movie from 1986. Starring Amber Lynn, Jerry Butler, directed by someone named Phil Marshak. I don't know why I'm mentioning this. It's called Space Virgins. I'm sure you can find out info about this. And yeah, there is the tape in case you want to see it. So quite a nice design. Really like the blue, which goes with the cover tone. So yeah, very cool release and really happy to add that to the collection. Next up, we got a magazine, and it's a magazine called Thriller. I think this was, not sure if this was a long-running series, but I think it was. And this particular issue has a cover image with the Terminator, which I thought was really cool. Really interesting to see this alternate design. You also got a shot of Arnold on the back. And just in case you want to see some of the sort of artwork and what it's like, here is just some shots of that. And you can see you also have a I think this is a, yeah, this is Terminator, but you also got a shot of Predator there. So, you know, like this particular issue, I'm sure it's a magazine that generally had, like, you know, Aliens, Terminator, this kind of sort of movie tie-in stuff. So yeah, thought this was a pretty cool find, and I got both of these for a total of €5. This came from one of my sort of common sellers that I tend to hook up with when I miss these things. So yeah, pretty happy about these. And this was the first stuff I bought. And after that, I didn't really score anything. I sort of kept wandering around, couldn't find anything. And then upon my second sort of run through the tables, I tend to sort of do the whole car boot sale in one go. And if I need to, I haven't found anything, I tend to sort of rethread my steps and do all the tables again, but in reverse order, because this will give you a bit of an alternate sort of view at what you're looking at, and hopefully you find some new stuff. And I did actually find one more thing with this technique, and it is a rather cool looking goat's head, which I figured this should probably be mounted on a door, but I can't really understand what it would be used for. It doesn't really look like a sort of door clapper, like not really something you knock with. It doesn't really look like a set of hooks either. Like, you can see that there are little holes here that you can mount screws in, so you mount this on the wall, but it doesn't really have a natural hanging point, so I don't think it's meant to be a hook, unless it's supposed to be upside down. I don't know, I just thought this looked really nice, very vintage, and well, obviously on account of, you know, satanic themes or like devil worship, whatever, the goat is always a very cool and sort of gothic sort of icon, I suppose. And I figured this would make a good sort of addition to my occult and or Satanism themed collection. So that was the third item, and I got this for, I think, only a total of €3, which I also thought was a good deal. So this is all I got from today's car boot sale. And generally, I try to sort of say that if I can't make or find like 3 items or more, I'm not gonna make a video. But for this instance, I did shoot a whole lot of footage at the car boot sale. I figured I really wanted to make a video because I haven't made a video this year yet in terms of car boot sale videos. So we're gonna throw in some more stuff into this lot, but this is things that I have actually picked up online recently. And so first up is a very odd item. This is a seemingly promotional little acrylic sign. I got this on Swedish eBay, and this came from a seller who had, you know, many of the same type of signs or plaques for sale. I asked him where he got it, and he told me that he bought this on a trip to the States or something. And, you know, generally I would feel like, okay, well, this is probably just not really authentic. Like, it's just, I don't know, like he made these himself. That's sort of what I figured. But then I started looking at this particular one more closely, and you can see that this is a, you know, plaque for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, obviously. And I thought it was peculiar that this says, "Nothing cuts like the original. Own it on September 26, 2006. And there's also a reference to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre DVD website. And I'm not sure if we can pick up on this, but generally I just thought that this motif would indicate that this is actually a stand used in a video store. And so it's quite possible that the rest were used in video stores as well, that these are actual authentic items. So yeah, I mean, regardless of which, even if this is homemade, which I don't think it is, because it seems so unlikely that you would use this sort of very sort of promotional style cutout for something that you would make yourself. Then you would probably use a random sort of classic TCM image instead. And yeah, I think this actually still has some sort of protective plastic on it, I assume, otherwise it's in very scratch condition. So I haven't even tried this yet, so yeah, sorry if this... it's quite possible that there is a protective plastic on it, but I can't really... I can't peel this off now. Regardless of which, I thought this was pretty cool. It's so rare to see promotional items or sort of video store display items for this movie. So with that, I thought it was a pretty cool pickup. I do think I kind of overpaid. I think this was like 20, maybe 25 euro even. But like I said, never seen one for sale. And as you know, I'm a super huge fan of this movie, so always try to pick up cool items and, you know, yeah, it's worth it to me. That's pretty much all I'm gonna say. And so next up, we are going to move into some adult themes, and I essentially have a stack of magazines which I picked up simply because I wanted a particular magazine from that lot. And sorry if I'm taking my time here, but I'm just trying to see if I can actually show these. And I realized that I actually cannot. So I'm actually going to bring in just a big stack of magazines here to illustrate, and then I'm going to show you all of these magazine covers as inserts. So you will be seeing some stills on screen right now, and I'll just try to arrange these. So, I mean, the reason for picking up this whole lot of adult magazines, the Bitchcraft magazine is probably my favorite. This is a very unusual magazine, it's an import, and it dates back to the 1970s, and it's just a very sort of cool occult theme magazines, which, you know, has a lot of sort of devil worship type imagery, once again sort of relating to the goat. So let's just keep this in the same spot. And then aside from that, the other ones, which are a bunch of Swedish magazines, I would say that the Sextasy magazine, or the Sextas magazine, was the reason for picking all of these up, because this was part of a lot. So I got this plus all of the other small size magazines, meaning all the ones aside from Bitchcraft. These little stack here, this was all part of the same lot. I don't know what I paid, probably a bit too much, but I just wanted this magazine. And as far as Bitchcraft, this wasn't actually too expensive at all. I think I got it for something like between 20 and 30 euro. And I'm, you know, pretty sure it's worth at least 3 times that if you ever can find one. So it's a very cool magazine to have. But yeah, this is pretty much it for this video. Not a whole lot of finds at the carboot sale, like I said, but I'm still really happy that the season has started. And I gotta say that even though it wasn't, you know, getting too many finds today, I'm still really happy with the 3 finds that I did get. So yeah, that is pretty much it for this video. And I want to say thank you very much for watching. And as usual, hope to see you all next time.